Hello and good day to you. I am Anuradha and this talk is about a research conducted by a group of students at Monash under supervision of myself and Professor John Grundy. The topic is about a toolkit for building more adaptable UI for vision impaired users. Let's talk about why we did this. Most modern websites have pretty advanced features but lack significant focus on people with disabilities. For example, let's look at the Zomato website, which is a site famous for storing restaurant reviews. On your left, you can see the site from the point of view of a color vision impaired user, and on your right, you can see the zoomed version as would be seen by a low vision user. And obviously, you can see that there's a problem. So led by these issues, in this research, we explore challenges faced by people with vision impairment, specifically people with color blindness and partial sightedness, and we try to provide these diverse users with a better UI experience via the adaptive UIs. When we think about the related work, there has been significant research into the design and architecture of adaptive UI, but none focused on the vision impaired users. Additionally, simply focusing on complying with accessibility guidelines has been found is not enough to guarantee user satisfaction. Therefore, we are trying to build an adaptive UI that can focus on different disabilities while complying with the accessibility guidelines. Now let's look at our solution. We used Flutter, which is an open source development toolkit, to build our adaptive UI. Flutter interfaces are composed of components called adaptive widgets, which are built when the application is first loaded and rebuilt whenever there is a change in state. We leveraged the widget's ability to rebuild and developed a new widget called adaptive widgets. Combined with adaptive settings, this creates the adaptive UI. Via a menu, any change in the adaptive settings will change the model, and this will trigger a rebuild in the adaptive widgets. And this is how our adaptive UIs are created. Now let's look at a demonstration on how we do this. The accessibility menu can be accessed via the clock icon on the top. And this is how our menu would look like. And this actually has three major features that I'd like to draw your attention to. First is the color themes, second is the font settings, and third is the image settings. Let's look at the color themes first. So with the color themes, you can either select a predefined theme, such as the current one, which is a red light deficiency, or you can select a custom theme by picking a primary color, accent color, or a text color. And you can pick that color via a menu such as this. Additionally, we also have support to change the color intensity, inverting the colors, which would make the UI look like this. Reverting back, let's talk about the fonts. The font can be changed to be bolded, to support dyslexia-friendly kind of a font, to change the font size. The third setting we have is the image settings, which will allow the user to apply a color filter on top of the images so that color vision issues can be addressed. When all these are applied, the old UI would look and get adapted to something like this. So this is what our application is about. Now let's see how did we evaluate it. In terms of evaluation, we conducted a heuristic evaluation with 14 participants, each representing different personas, representing color deficiencies and partial sightedness. The process involved working with the original Zomato, evaluating it, working with the adaptive Smart, and evaluating it. From these sessions, we had overwhelmingly positive feedback. Although there are some defined tweaks to be made on the menu design, many had preference for the recreated interface over the original. This is also reflected in the numbers. On the top, you can see the adaptive UI-led Zomato, and at the bottom, you can see the ratings for the original Zomato. You can see that there has been significant good ratings in all elements: color, font, style, and text size. In terms of the future work, we actually see that there is a lot of room for improvement. We would like to add additional functionality for different types of accessibility and improve the user experience with an enhanced menu design. We also acknowledge that more work needs to be done with actual disabled users to support our work. That is about it from me. Thank you. Now it's time for some questions and answers.